everybody, it's Admiral Funko here, and I got a funny story for you guys. I got a package in my P.O. box. For once, I get a package, and this is what I get. And, Sorry, little humor on my part. I have a bachelor's degree in Homeland Security, and normally that indicates that the package should be suspicious, but I verified with my postman that that's supposed to be delivered to me. I felt the package before opening it, and this is what I got. There's no note in this package, no nothing. I don't know where this came from. I don't know if I threw away the label, because on bubble mailers they're easy to come off, so I have no idea. No idea. I have made the assumption that these pops are for my new series, Glitter Therapy, which you guys are a part of right now if you're watching. And even if that's what they were meant for or not meant for, they are going to be candidates in becoming glittered pops for this series. They need makeovers. This guy, his paint job is horrible. Completely horrible. He looks fun to do. And I was going to post an image of these guys online, have you guys pick which one I should do, but I'm going to clean them up real quick. Make sure to get all the dirt and grime off of them. You can clean them with soap and water and a bristle brush, but I just had Lysol wipes nearby, and I was like, I'm just going to clean these up real quick because I don't know where these came from. But I sat and thought about it for a minute, and I was like, I had the picture taken, but I really wanted to do Joker. The Joker Batman was the one that was going to get chosen no matter what, I think, so I chose him. And the other two got added to the pile/box of pops to glitter for glitter therapy time. And here they are. If you guys have any recommendations on which one you want to see me glitter next, put it in the comments down below. Let me know which one you guys want me to do next. Those are just the ones that don't have a box. I do have about 11 in the box that need glittering. So for this type of project, I will give you guys a brief every single time. You're going to need extra fine glitter, paint brushes, a clean surface to work on, Mod Podge, and then I like to have a glitter catcher, which can be a piece of paper or this Recollections tray. And what I do every single time is I pull out my extra fine glitter and I pick out the colors that I'm going to use mainly on this pop, try to match them best to where the colors are not going to clash too much. And what we do is you just take your paintbrush, dip it into Mod Podge, and just start painting. You can use whatever process of painting the glue on and putting the glitter on that you want. You can choose to start with a big area or do the details. I just do the details real quick, especially if it's the only time I'm using that color on this pop. It was the only time I was using gold, really, and black before I started on the green, and then just go to town. Start painting like you would normally paint and then dabble on the glitter. I do recommend having something to catch the glitter. A piece of paper works, or a tray like I have, because extra fine glitter, you can get cheap extra fine glitter or you can get expensive extra fine glitter. My glitter cost me, I think, $45 for a big pack of a whole bunch of colors. I got it at Michael's. I highly recommend if you go to Michael's for anything, get their app, get their coupon. You can get 40% off anything as long as within their range. But I've had this glitter for a couple of years now, and I'm still trying to get through it, to give me an excuse to go buy more glitter, because I won't buy more glitter until some of these colors are gone, because it is expensive. That's why I tried to save it. I've been able to make some of these colors last just by gathering it up and putting it back in the tube. So I highly recommend you do that. And that's why you always see me tapping with this paintbrush, this big fluffy paintbrush that's off to the right. I'm always tapping to get all the excess glitter off so that it'll dry properly. Now, you can do multiple things. I like to just push through and start glittering everything. Like, get down to the details and just glitter and keep going. I usually have a movie playing. I'm not just sitting here glittering and letting it record. I'm getting into the nitty-gritty details. I have a whole bunch of different brush sizes that I got at Michael's. I didn't spend enormous amounts of money on these brushes. I think I got like 50, 60 brushes in a big old pack for not even 10 bucks. His cape kind of gave me a little bit of an issue because of all the grooves and everything, but mainly the cape's main issue was I could not get behind his back and it was just causing me issues. I don't think I'll ever do a character with capes ever again. I can't do capes. I can't do capes.
No capes.
There's just so many tiny little areas, and getting the glitter back in there. You can deconstruct your pop. I think if I ever find a victim that I can deconstruct and learn how to deconstruct pops and then put them back together, I will learn how to do it and teach you guys, but I don't like deconstructing the pops because I have a fear that they won't go back together. The bobbleheads I do take off of their spring. I did do that with the Loki glitter therapy that I did that got accidentally deleted by me last night on YouTube, but I think I'm going to go back through, re-edit the video a little bit, make it better, give you guys a better quality product, add a little bit of fun into it, and really make this a glitter therapy series. I do have a heat gun that I usually use when I'm done with a color. I'm kind of drying off his head, so I have a dry space to hold his head, so I don't have to go back and repaint his head. And then I'm doing touch-ups in areas that I was touching, so... There's multiple ways you can do this. You can attach him to a doil or some type of rod or a paintbrush so you don't have to constantly touch him. I didn't think about doing that for this one because it would have been real simple just to like have a little, kind of like almost attaching him to a fork and then painting everything and then taking him off the fork once he dries and then doing the touch-ups on the feet. But I ended up using these tools as pictured. I use those tools to draw all these little mini details on the swirls on his eyes and the details on his lips. I think they're used for rolling paper or making paper art or some type of crocheting. I'm not sure where these came from. I'm pretty sure they came in an arts and craft box from my parents when I was in Gitmo or something like that to get into a craft that they may have been doing at the time. And I just went into my closet to get all these things and thought that would help. And they make it real easy to draw these little small details on, and you have to play around with it and get your own comfortability with drawing with glue because it can be too much or not too much. I think the forgiving feature about glittering pops is that you can always wash it off and start over. I don't like how his mouth turns out. I didn't like how the mouth was on this pop anyway. Prior to glittering him up, the paint job on this pop was not good. It was all off. The swirls on his eyes were off. His mouth was just not good. I think he really needed a good glittering. Some other things that I do in this process that you don't see, I'm using a whole bunch of different sizes of paintbrushes, skinny ones, thick ones. These big fluffy brushes that you see are only used of getting glitter out of the way. You don't see that process. You don't see the process of me clearing the glitter away because it actually, if I had left it in, took up a whole nother 5 minutes of video of me just cleaning glitter up. So I took that out because you guys don't need to watch me clean up glitter at all. But I have brushes specifically to clean up glitter and keep my area clean because if I didn't, the camera would focus on more of the shiny. I also have a shot glass off in the corner that I keep all my paintbrushes in when I'm not using it. It's a little bit of water just so that they don't dry out over time. When they do dry completely, they will be stiff. However, if you work the brush a little bit between your fingers, they soften up a little bit and you can easily put them back into water and they become viable paintbrushes again. I also have, you see the Mount Olive jar top there. I have a pickle jar that's meant just for stray glitter, not a specific color of glitter. So when I clean up the whole surface of what I'm working on, when I'm done gathering all this pumpkin glitter that I have here, I put it back in its container. When I clean what's under everything and what's in the container, whatever's left over goes into the pickle jar. I save glitter because I'm going to use that glitter for something. I have a feeling I know what I'm going to use the glitter for. But I'm not 100% sure yet of where all that glitter is going to go. I only have a little bit in the jar, so I definitely need to do some more glitter pops in order to get more glitter in there. And then what I am doing right here is just drying off some of the details a little bit because I'm about to seal him. I have glossy Mod Podge, glitter Mod Podge, and matte Mod Podge. What I'm doing is I'm sealing this pop with a good dosing of glossy Mod Podge. I don't recommend the glitter Mod Podge. I did it on the Thanos pop that I did, and it turned out way more glittery than it needed to be. Like, I'm talking excessive glitter, and we're doing stuff with glitter here, and it made it pop more, and it added colors in places I didn't want colors to go. But once your pop is dry, put a good coating of either matte Mod Podge or glossy Mod Podge. The glossy just makes it just a little bit more shiny. There's a couple other things that you can use, but I'm not too privy on those, honestly, because I haven't really tried them just yet. But just a nice little coat, and then I let him dry overnight. I didn't use the heat gun on this guy. I just let him sit overnight, and he turned out pretty all right, if you know what I mean. So here's a quick little before pic. This is the pop that I actually had that I took out of the box. The one that I was given, I didn't take a before pic of, but his eye color and paint was totally messed up. This one's actually fine. And this is what he looks like after I glittered him. His mouth totally needs to be redone. I do not like the mouth whatsoever. It looks horrible. I might just wipe all of that clear and just start over. And then here's a side-by-side comparison. I like them when they look sparkly. So I've cleared out a shelf that's specifically gonna be for glittered pops that I've done myself. Look at that Loki. That Loki turned out so great. That Frost Giant Loki just turned out phenomenal. And this is Thanos. He's still up for grabs. Once I hit 2,000 subscribers, the link will be sadly in the Patreon description below. You have to go to Patreon and click on that link in order to get to the link, or YouTube demonetizes me because it thinks I'm leading you to something bad. But once I hit 2,000 subscribers, as long as you're a part of the Give Lab giveaway, he is up for grabs. So Thanos is up for grabs, and we're going to add Joker, Batman to it. And no, I know someone's going to ask, are you giving away Loki or Joker? Not at the moment. Loki is never going to be up for grabs. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but the other ones, maybe when another giveaway comes out. But that is it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoy my new series, Glitter Therapy, and hopefully we can fill up this entire shelf. It should be tons of fun. By the way, if you want to know my secret to displays and what that little cup means, let me know in the comments down below, and I will do a small little episode on making displays on a budget. That's it for now. Say goodbye, guys, and yeah, see you guys in the next episode. Bye!
So this is how we end up. Shades of blue and gray. I feel just like a